This is my Vulcanoid makeup tutorial. You can use it for Romulans or Vulcans or hybrids of either one. Got Bajoran nose ridges. My character is a hybrid. So basically, what I'm going to teach you today is how to cover your eyebrows and then replace them with slanty ones. If you have any prosthetics, whether it's hybrid stuff like this or you're doing Romulan forehead ridges, I would put them on first so that it doesn't interfere and that you have a smooth surface, a clean surface to work on. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is cover your eyebrows. And you'll want to make sure your hair is pulled back as much as possible, stray strands with bobby pins, whatever. And then you will want a glue stick. Now, the purple glue sticks are really helpful because they dry clear and go on purple, so you can tell when they're dry, and that's really important because you want them to be dry between phases. So what you'll first do is you'll want to really get it in there. You'll want to first pull your brows down for full coverage, and then right back up. And then you will take one of these eyebrow combs, and you will pull it up as much as possible. See, like that. Anyhow, it's just the first layer, so you will eventually be going back over it anyway. And you can touch up the glue so that it's really thick, like I'm doing right here. Okay, so you can touch it up if you need to, the glue, if it's not staying in place as much as you want. I did. But that's just the first layer. After the first layer, you want to take some form of translucent powder. I have this rice powder from Sally's Beauty. And what you'll do is take one of these cosmetic wedges, and you will take some of the powder and really dab it on there. And then you'll want to dab it over here. Just lay it on thick. You want to do this between your layers. And then you just brush it out so that it helps set everything. You don't really need to set glue per se, but it just helps as an added layer. So that's just the first layer. Then you will want to take your glue stick again. And once again, you're going over this. You really want to make sure it's really stuck on there. You want to make sure you've got as smooth a layer to work with as possible. So you can hide your brows as best you can. You'll never probably get 100% coverage, but it will be close enough that on first glance or in pictures, it still looks good. So yeah, you'll really want to just be pretty liberal with it. Put as much as you can, really slather it on. At this point, you won't need to worry about brushing it again, because it should be set pretty well in the direction you want it to be, which is slanted up as much as possible. And then you'll go back over it with the translucent powder. Okay, so actually what we're going to do next is we're going to take some type of orange eyeshadow or paint. I've got this Claire's paint palette. So what we need to do, basically your eyebrows have this blue sort of undertone and you need to cancel it out as best as possible. So we're going to take, and orange does that, so we're going to take that, and we're just going to brush it over as much as, cover it as best you can. I'm going to do this a couple of times. And then once more, we're going to cover that now with the translucent powder because we want it to set. So once you've done that and you've got it nice and set and brushed off there, what you're going to do is you can take the glue stick one more time. You're going to go back over it once more. Okay, so once that's dry, you're going to want to do it one more time. Take the orange shadow again, or orange paint, whichever you have. Take your translucent powder. Now when you put the powder on, you want to put it on thick, but then you want to really make sure that you wipe it off as much as you can so that it doesn't look caked on. And at this point, what you're going to do is take a concealer, something close to your skin tone, possibly slightly lighter, this one is, and you're going to want to brush it on. You can just kind of rub it in with your hand, with your fingers. Just kind of cover the whole area. Now we're going to reset it. Now you're going to take some sort of liquid foundation. I've got CoverGirl Clean Matte. You'll want to take this foundation and pour it onto your cosmetic wedge. And you're just going to want to apply it very liberally over everything, over what you've done to your eyebrows and over your whole face, because you want it to be pretty consistent coverage. You'll want to go back over this again with your translucent powder to set everything. Anyhow, you're going to want to go over your eyebrows at least one more time with your foundation. I'd recommend at least getting the rest of your forehead with it so that it doesn't have too big of a discrepancy between your eyebrows and your forehead in terms of the layers of makeup. You don't have to necessarily do your whole face all over again. You could if you want, but at least get the forehead and the eyebrows. And once more with the powder finish. So as you can see, it's really starting to disappear. You can kind of vaguely see the remnants of the eyebrow, but they're pretty light. So what you want to do now is just go over it all with a regular powder in your skin tone, just to kind of even out all the coloring. And okay, so at this point you have minimal eyebrows. And what you'll want to do now is draw on new ones. So what I have here is Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Gel Pen, and then in black. So this is what I'm going to use to draw the eyebrows back on. I like this because it's got a very fine, thin line. It's kind of a mechanical pencil-y sort of thing. So you want to do is look to see where your eyebrows begin and use that as a starting point. And then you're going to draw them up in a more sweeping arched fashion. Okay, so at that point, you don't want it to rub off. So again, you're going to put some powder over it. Now the thing is, when you put the powder back over it, it's going to make it less sharp. So I'll show you what to do about that. But again, you wanna set it. So powder it. Wipe it away. At this point, you'll want to go over the shiny part of your face again with the regular powder. Anything that got kind of hit during this, so I'm just kind of brush it out, even it out. And then finally what you'll want to do is you will want to take a black eyeshadow and just take the black eyeshadow and go over it. And it'll just really bring it back out. And now you have Vulcanoid eyebrows. So thank you for watching. You can add on some pointed ears and you're good. Happy Halloween.